Are you the type of person that gets satisfied with just watching highlights? You're never going to improve like that. The topic for today is a strategic way of watching professional techniques so you can level up your favorite moves. Normally, when you want to master your favorite technique and you're searching it up on YouTube or Instagram, I'm pretty sure you only rewind back a few seconds and watch the sequence. But that's not enough. If you only do that, you're not going to improve at all. The only theory that I'd like you guys to take away from today is called the double interval theory. Well, what the heck is a double interval theory? Well, I'll take you through a step-by-step tutorial of how to look at videos so you can master your favorite techniques. So why is it bad to only rewind a few seconds back and analyze a technique? Well, let's say you want to learn a chudangiri, which is a kick to the stomach, and you find this video. By just watching this sequence or a few seconds of this, you can learn that Agaev pulled the opponent's hand and kicked, but that's how far you're gonna go. The two demerits of this is that you're only gonna be able to apply this technique when that same exact situation happens in your game, meaning you can't build up your game to get to that point. Second, you don't know the background behind why Agaev was able to grab onto the opponent. If you only analyze this tiny bit, then it's unlikely that you're going to be able to control the game so that you can do this kick. Oh, Yusuke, then how do you analyze the game so that you can master your favorite technique? Well, this is where the double interval theory comes in. First, I'll take it step by step. First step, just imagine your favorite technique. For our example, we're going to be looking at a chudan maoshige, a kick to the stomach. Step 2, find a full-length video on YouTube that has your technique in it. In my case, I found this video of Agaev versus a player from France. Look at the video from one player's perspective. If you try to do both of them, then it'll get so much confusing. So this time we're going to be focusing on Agaev only and not the player from France. Step 3. This is where the double interval theory comes in. Well, what the heck is that? Let me show you a graph. So, I'm sorry it's handwritten, but on the y-axis, there's a change of emotion. On the x-axis, there is the time. What I'd like you guys to know is that your change of emotion happens when someone scores. When you're face to face with the opponent, your emotions don't change as much. However, when you get scored or when you score, that's when the change of emotion happens, or when the emotion fluctuates a lot. So the game starts here, right? And this is the first interval. You're seeing the opponent, what he does, and let's say you score. That's when you start thinking, since the referee says yame, you have time to think about your next movement, and that's the same for your opponent. That's the timing when both of your actions are likely to change for the next interval. So, blah 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 blah, you do the same thing, and then someone scores. That's when the change of action or the change of motion happens. And this, you have to consider this when looking at the game. For this one, Agaev scored the chudan maoshige here. I was saying that it's not enough to just look at the little few bits of techniques that was applied before the chudan maoshige. A Kumite game is like a story. It has a beginning and an ending. So you have to go back and look at the two intervals. So go back to the last score that happened and start from here and see the game. That's why I call it the double interval theory. Just don't look at here, look at the full two before. So let's look at this. So Agaev, that was the technique, right? But since you see in the scoreboard that he's already scored once with a punch because it's 1 point. So that punch was this. It applies to here. That's the chudangiri, that's the punch. So let's see from here. Okay, so now it's 0. So let's start it from here. The match starts. They're both light on their feet. The opponent's pressuring, but Agaev is pressuring back. See how the opponent is backing off little by little? And with this backing off, this step, Agaev kind of feels that he might be faster than this opponent. So he pressures back, and the opponent isn't reacting so fast. So he goes for the fast 1-2, papa. So that was the first interval. Agaev pressures, feels that he's a little bit faster, so he goes for the 1-2, he makes it. And now he's concrete about his conclusion that he's a little faster than the opponent. Now, both players are thinking right now, okay, what are we gonna do next? Since the France player got scored, he starts pressuring very aggressively now. And Agaev is running away, blah, 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 blah. So, yep. So he's attacking. And now this is another timing for them to think. The player from France got thrown on the ground. So, that doesn't make him feel good, right? And Agaev knows that he's able to do takedowns now too. So I think now Agaev is able to go aggressively just a little bit than the interval before. So now, see, Agaev takes the middle of the court. He's able to control the game now, and he's gonna start pressuring little by little. Not fast, but he goes in little by little, not reacting so big. And then he goes for the kick. By this point, Agaev is controlling the game, and the player from France is just reacting to Agaev. And Agaev is able to analyze the situation on his own, meaning his emotion and his actions aren't driven by the opponent's actions. He's able to control his motion and his emotion. So now they crutch, and you can immediately see that Agaev is the one attacking, and the opponent is looking at Agaev and trying to react to him, which indicates that Agaev is in control and the player from France is just reacting. So keep that in mind, and let's see the play again. So after here, they clinch, and you can immediately see Agaev is the one controlling the game. Did you guys notice that? So if the player from France had been attacking and making some points, he's going to be in control of this clinch. He's going to be trying to attack, and Agaev unconsciously will try to block. But it was the other way around. That's why he was able to grab onto the opponent and make the chudan. It was a little long, but this is how you're supposed to analyze a game. 2 intervals, double intervals, and analyze. Did you guys understand the story behind it? I hope you guys understood what I meant by the double interval theory. If you didn't understand, please watch it over and over. This is a very important concept that you can do at home. Especially at this moment, because of the corona, you can, change the way you think. You don't have to move your body, but just watching so many videos on YouTube like this, analyzing, using this theory is very important. For review, this is how the emotion fluctuates during the game. And remember, it fluctuates when the score happens. So you have to see the game as a story, you have to see the 2 intervals beforehand. Alright? So if you want to learn more about Kumite techniques or these strategic way of thinking, please check out these 2 videos. And if you're satisfied with this video, please subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading more of these theories in the upcoming videos. So please stay tuned for that, and see you guys next time.